How do you know that my dim-witted inexperience isn't merely a subtle form of manipulation, used to lower people's expectations, thereby enhancing my ability to effectively maneuver within any given situation? We're watching Scream 5, y'all. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nick. If you are new here, welcome. If you are not new here,
welcome back.
The time has officially come, y'all. We are getting into a movie that has been a long time coming. That's right, we are watching Scream 5. And yes, I am aware that it's technically called Scream, but okay, so I'm really excited to be able to go through this film and watch it with all of you guys. Anybody who has watched my videos before or has watched my prior Scream commentaries, I f***ing love Scream. I love it. It's my second favorite franchise behind Halloween, and I am obsessed. Now, I have seen this movie 5 times in theaters. I have, like, the analytical side of my brain, just like the other ones, have I have been obsessed. We'll just say that. I have been obsessed. Some things that I want to address before we get into the movie, just so that everybody is aware of what they're getting into. Do I like this movie? Yes. I love this movie. This is a welcome addition to the franchise. I thought that the makers of it, the Radio Silence and the writing team, I thought they did a fantastic job. But this is a movie franchise that, from its inception, asks the viewers to be analytical, to look at the clues and look at the things in the background and the little details and the plot and the believability and stuff like that. So be aware that while I do love this movie, and there will be a lot of praise coming from me while I am watching this movie, I am also going to point out the issues that I have with this film, because there are issues just like any of the other films, even my favorite, Scream 2. So recency bias, it's a very real thing, and I've seen people like, this is better than the original, this is the greatest thing since sliced bread. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. Do I think that? No. Do I think it's a bad movie? No. Do I think it has flaws? Yes. Am I excited for Scream 6? Hell to the fucking yes. Let's get the housekeeping out of the way. Before we get into the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification button so that you can get notifications for when I upload a new video. Feel free to check me out on social media. I have both Twitter and Instagram. And also feel free to check out my Patreon. You'll get access to exclusive polls to help me pick what I watch next, full-length audio commentaries for movies, and more cool shit. So let's do it. Let's dive in. This is Scream 5. I remember being like, completely like, just staring at the screen like this when I was in the theater, because I was like, this is the first movie without the Dimension Films logo. So I knew that it was gonna be a little bit different. Love this shot. I love this shot. I do. I just wish there was actual more shots like that in the movie, because it's very few and far in between. So obviously we see her using her inhaler. My issue with the inhaler is its use as a plot device to get her to the Mocker house, but I'm like, we never actually see her needing it.
Is Christina there?
No, she's not available. May I take a message?
Tell her I'm from Group. I'm Charlie.
I wonder if when he says his name is Charlie, if that was supposed to be like an homage to Charlie from Scream 4. I would kind of hope not, because they don't even have a reference to Jill in this movie. Like, if you're gonna reference somebody, you'd reference Jill and not the walking Ambien that was Charlie.
What's your favorite scary movie?
The Babadook. It's an amazing meditation on motherhood and grief.
I absolutely love. I think this is quite possibly like the first time since the original, off the top of my head, that they've actually had Ghostface talking like a normal person on the phone before he transitions into being like menacing and creepy, because like that's what he did with Drew Barrymore, where he was almost flirting with her at first. Roger L. Jackson did amazing voice work in this opening scene.
It's a girl at home. She answers a wrong number and starts talking with the killer, who makes her play a game. Would you like to play a game, Tara?
I was like this in the theater.
Systems armed.
Okay, but for real though, A, you live in Woodsboro. B, you've had multiple crime sprees, 2 of which happen in Woodsboro. In this movie, I think it's supposed to take place in like 2020 or 2021. Why wouldn't she have had the fucking doors locked? Answer the phone, bitch.
I want to play a game. Stab movie trivia.
Ask me about something I do know. Ask me about It Follows. Ask me about Hereditary.
Ooh, I f***ing love It Follows and Hereditary. Ugh.
It's Sidney Prescott and she lived on Elm.
Anyone could have gotten that one right. Sydney's in every movie but the last one.
There's my first issue. That's a plot hole. We are told in Scream 4 by Jenny that after the first 3 films, Sydney threatened to sue them if they continued using her story, so they started making stuff up. Based on that, Sydney's character did not appear in any of the Stab films after Stab 3, so that is a plot hole.
Time's running out. Tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock, tick.
Yes, Jennifer Jolie. Yes! Justice for Jennifer Jolie.
Who was the killer in Stab?
It's Billy Loomis.
The correct answer is Billy Loomis and Stu Macher.
I'm very confused why there's like almost Stu erasure in a way in this movie. Like everyone seems to remember Billy, but not Stu for some reason.
The police are on their way, asshole!
Legitimately, that like when I was in the theater, all of the times, the sound, like editing, the sound design or whatever, when Ghostface is banging on the front door, freaked me the f out. I love this. Look at her face. The fucking range on this girl is incredible. The emotional and facial range. Ugh. Girl. Gnarly. I was shook to it. Shook to it when I saw that. The score mixed with this like image of him standing up. Oh. Chef's kiss. I thought it was a great opening scene. Jenna Ortega, not just in that opening scene, but throughout the movie, she, for me, is the MVP of this movie. Listen, she eats every scene that she is in this movie. I was blown away by, like I said earlier, just the range that she has. Now, one of the things that I did have an issue with this film is a lot of this film does visually look to me like a pandemic film. There's very few wide establishing shots, and when we're actually like with the characters, it feels like everything is shot super close to them, and I'm assuming it's because, you know, there was only so much given space that they could have had because it was shot during the pandemic. The only other thing that I'm gonna point out about the opening scene, which also extends through the rest of the movie, I like the difference in how the best way that I can describe it is, instead of him just like stabbing people like he would in the other ones, it almost feels like a prison fight. Like it's like quick, like getting shanked in the shower or some shit. Like it's very, very quick, lots of stabs.
However,
We are talking about a buck 120 hunting knife, which is like 10.5 inches long. There is zero fucking way that the characters who get attacked and survive in this movie survive. There's zero way. I suppose you could say, okay, well, yeah, Jenna Ortega, like, they specifically stabbed her in ways that they knew that was not going to kill her. But some of the characters, we're talking about, like, there's a character later on in the movie that we'll get to who gets stabbed in the side with the knife, and then it gets twisted. We're talking about a character who probably has a similar, like, waist and midsection size as me, and a 10.5-inch hunting knife would have practically been poking out of the other side of her. She would have been dead. And also, like, if the goal wasn't to kill Tara, so if Tara had not put her hand up in front of her face, the knife would have went into her fucking face. But aside from that, the opening was lit.
What'd you just take?
Your boner pills. Good luck getting it up.
You are my boner pills.
No.
I love Jack Quaid. If you don't watch The Boys, watch The Boys, because it's good.
Tara was attacked. She's alive.
Do they know who did this?
She said it was someone in a fucking ghost face mask.
Spoopy.
My sister was attacked. I gotta go.
I'm going with you.
No, Richie.
No, Sam. I'm coming with you.
See, that was kind of the first clue with Richie, is how, like, he was, like, demanding that he go with her.
He wants me to accept his Find My Fam request.
It's the smartest option with a would-be killer on the loose. You know exactly where I am, and I know exactly where you are.
Mason Gooding is so fine. Ooh.
Your mother just interrogated me about Tara's attempted murder, which was very fun.
I'm sure she's asking everybody.
I can't handle Judy Hicks.
Wait, the creep you hooked up with last summer?
He worked with me and Tara. He's been stalking my Instagram the last couple weeks, posting the creepiest shit.
Listen, Kyle Gallner deserves more than what he gets in this movie.
Tara's awake. I'm gonna go to the hospital.
Like, what's coming up right now seems like a cutscene.
I can't, but I'll meet you guys later.
Hold on, now she's gonna stare at Vince. As he continues revving the engine, she randomly stays behind and nobody questions it. Literally, like, the way that it, even if there wasn't one, the way that it reads on the screen is that there was something else. There was like a scene or situation that would have been referenced between Vince and Liv. Because Vince is a non-character, basically, within this movie. Yes, I get that they say that it's Stu Macher's nephew, but if you remove Vince completely out of the movie, it has absolutely no effect on the rest of the movie.
A guy named Billy Loomis carved up a bunch of high school kids while wearing this Halloween ghost mask.
You mean like in Halloween?
No.
Sounds a lot like Halloween.
She's got a point.
Every decade or so, some idiot gets the bright idea to put on the mask, kill his friends, and get famous too. Last time it happened was in 2011.
Okay, so we got like the reference to Scream 4. The last time it happened was 2011. I just feel like the line of dialogue, it happens every decade or so. Like there was only one point where there was a decade between the events. It's only happened twice in Woodsboro. And since then it hasn't happened again in like 10 or 11 years, so...
And Amber, hey. Hi. Nice to see you.
Hi, Richie.
Hi.
Second clue, he randomly makes sure that he interacts with her. I see y'all.
Do you have your extra inhaler? Yeah, I'll be fine. Okay.
The whole inhaler thing doesn't make any sense to me because it's like, if that is going to be the reason that they use the plot device to get them to the Macher house, I feel like we as an audience should have seen her in a situation in which she didn't have the inhaler and she was struggling to breathe. Because otherwise it's like, is it really that important? Like by the end of the movie, we've seen her attacked multiple times for prolonged periods of times, screaming her fucking head off, and she ain't gasping for breath.
We all know you have a crush on Tara.
Okay, come on, Mindy.
But we're all suspects.
Do you know what else that we all know? We all knew going into this movie that Richie and Amber were the killers.
You want a real drink? Or you happy sitting at this kid's table?
Listen up. Ugly or Michael Myers. It was a summer fling, all right? It meant nothing.
So wait, if Vince is old enough to buy liquor at a bar, then he's over 21 years old. But Liv says that she hooked up with him the previous summer. If she's 17 or 18, that means that she would have been either 16 or 17, which is statutory rape. But also the same thing goes for Richie because it's implied that Richie and Amber are lovers. And Richie, I were to assume, is around the same age as Sam, which is like what, like 24, 25? So he's banging a high schooler? Again, with the statutory rape.
That's unacceptable, okay?
Love this scene. I love this scene. The usage of red right hand is, oh, it's so good. Quick and efficient, quick and efficient. Although it does kind of beg the question, like, why did Amber choose to kill Vince so quickly and efficiently, like from behind him, but then doesn't apply that same method with everybody else in the movie?
How you doing, Sam? Antipsychotics aren't working as well as they used to, are they?
Fuck you.
Can't run from who you are, Sam.
Look, I love Skeet Ulrich, and I honestly don't even mind the whole Billy's daughter storyline. I don't mind necessarily her having visions of him. I don't know if they didn't actually use de-aging and they just put makeup on him, but he looks like he's in his 40s, even in this movie. And I'm also very confused as to why in her visions of him, she visually sees him in his outfit covered in blood with the fake stab wounds that he died in the first one. How would she know what he was wearing and what he looked like? She's never even met him.
You wanna fuck with me, asshole? Come and get me.
With pleasure.
So wait a minute. He was standing behind the door less than like 3 feet away from her, talking to her on the phone, and she didn't hear him standing there?
Sure, Jan.
Also, if she did not move her head out of the way, that knife would have went straight through her skull. If the goal was to get her to the Macher house, then what was the point? Like, he was trying to kill her.
I'm just spitballing here. You're the killer.
She is.
So where were you?
I was questioning Amber and her friends.
Which confirms that Richie was the one on the phone who called Samantha, which, again, how the hell did she not hear him when he would have been standing 2 feet behind her? Because it wasn't like Scream 4 when Charlie was hiding in Olivia's closet, because Charlie was explicitly whispering. Richie was not.
Nice try, Jan.
But also, did you peep the bruise that was on Amber's collarbone? Good touch.
I remember you too, and all the trouble you used to cause your family. Your presence here is not helping. When the sun comes up, you and your boyfriend can hit the road and leave it to people who actually care about this community.
Like, I feel like this whole Sam did all these drugs and has this dark past and had run-ins with the law. I would have preferred to actually see that interwoven into her character, because it's like the movie tells us, the movie doesn't show us.
Do you remember when Dad left?
Parts, sure. I was 8. I don't know what that has to do with anything.
It has to do with it.
Jenna Ortega's facial acting in this scene is chef's kiss.
Mom was dating Dad, but she was in love with this other guy, and he got her pregnant. She told Dad it was his.
Billy, you dirty bitch.
So I go find Mom in her bedroom, and I'm screaming at her, and I didn't even realize that Dad was standing right behind me. He didn't know.
Yeah, but that's not your fault, though. I understand, like, why a 13-year-old would blame themselves, but, like, that's not her fault. That's her mother's fault.
Those diaries told me who my real father was. It was Billy Loomis.
Look at her face. She's such a good actress.
Sam, I need you to get the fuck out.
I'm so sorry.
Sam,
Please.
get the fuck out!
Ugh, Jenna Ortega. Chewing up her surroundings. I know that people have not en masse responded super positive to Melissa Barrera's performance. For me, she was fine. She's fine. Despite the fact that she's supposed to be running around from serial killers this whole movie, her hair is constantly on point.
And then finally we'll see those mid-60s.
Oh, that man is so fine. Dewey is just a hunk of meat. But also, Tatum's ashes were on the mantle. I'm glad that we got a reference to Tatum.
Good morning, I'm Gail Weathers.
Gail is fucking fabulous.
My name is Samantha Carpenter. I was attacked.
Look at Richie's face. This is another clue that it's him. He is looking at Dewey like he's starstruck.
And I think you're so incredible. I'm so sorry. I think you're so incredible.
Oh. 5 minutes. That's all I'm asking.
I'll give you 2 minutes.
Dewey, all I need is 2 minutes.
Who's he?
My boyfriend.
Did he know who your dad was when you met? Express any interest in Woodsboro or the Ghostface killings?
What the hell are you talking about?
Look, he clocked Richie like that.
Never trust the love interest. They seem sweet, caring, supportive, and then welcome to Act 3 where they're trying to rip your head off.
I like the touch, the homage, I guess you could call it. Like the costuming, like Richie is wearing the typical boyfriend flannel.
If you can find out why they're doing this, you can figure out who's next.
So help us.
I've been stabbed 9 times. I've got permanent nerve damage and a fun little limp.
Wait. Pause. Dewey was not stabbed 9 times. Dewey was stabbed 1 time in the back in the first film. And then in the sound booth with Gail, he is stabbed, I want to say 3 times. He wasn't stabbed 9 times. Also, he didn't have a limp in Scream 4. Like, the limp went away. So why did the limp come back?
Let's do this. Together.
Your time's up.
Jesus. Yeah, he's way more fun in the movies.
How does Richie know that he's way more fun in the movies if he's never seen the stab movies and he just literally watched a portion of the first stab an hour ago?
Hello?
Hey, Sid, it's me.
That's a bad bitch right there. She is fabulous.
How are you?
I'm good, really good. How are you? How's Mark?
I think I'll keep him.
Mark Kincaid from Scream 3. Girl, get it. Patrick Dempsey is cute.
It's happening again.
What are you talking about?
Some idiot in a ghost face mask. 3 attacks so far, 1 dead.
I would have ended the call right there and been like, good luck, Dewey. Good luck, Dewdrop.
Whoever this killer's after, I'm glad they have you to protect them.
You be safe, okay?
Oh, that like breaks my heart because it's kind of like a little bit of foreshadowing there. Because like there's no way that Sydney would have known this, but like her saying that to him, like you can see with his facial expression, like that's sort of what like shifted it for him. And he was like, okay, I'm going to help out. Because probably if she hadn't said that, he probably wouldn't have tried to help out and he would probably still be alive.
Holy shit, he came.
The theme song.
Decided to temporarily assist you in your investigation.
Look, everybody and their mother knew that Dewey was about to bite it in this movie. But when I fucking heard that theme song for the first time since like, I think like Scream 2, almost started crying in the theater.
Hey, Martha.
Dewey, hi.
Fucking love Heather.
How's the wife?
Okay, Mom, we're good.
All right, kids. Have fun.
I love Heather. But am I really to believe that she's aware that there is a new murder spree that has begun, and she's like behaving like it's like a fun mystery? Ooh, suspects, and bringing snacks.
Don't joke about that.
Look at that photo. Do you know what that is? Can someone explain to me exactly how a publicity photo from the first movie, like they literally cropped Sydney out of the photo. He's standing in the foyer of the Mocker House. This is not a complaint specifically towards this film. This is a complaint for all movies that do that.
You got stabbed 1 billion times, got dumped by your famous wife, and crawled into a bottle. I think it's safe to say you're on the suspect list.
Well, maybe you're the killer, because that cut deep.
Dewey.
Real stab movies are meta-slasher whodunits, full stop. Come on.
So I love Jasmine Savoy Brown, but do I love the character of Mindy? No. Mindy is an asshole. She shows zero compassion or empathy to anyone around her. It's like there's a complete lack of situational awareness that she has.
Whoever it is has to be connected to someone that came before.
Jesus, my mom was a character in one of them.
No one cares about the shitty, inferior sequels, Wes.
There's the next plot hole. How is Judy Hicks a character in one of the Stab films? In Scream 4, the latest Stab film was Stab 7. Judy did not become a character until Scream 4. And they established in this movie that the only other Stab movie that has come out since Stab 7 was Stab 8, which means that Judy Hicks was not a character in one of the films.
Let's get out there, find out who's doing this, and cut some fucking throats!
No!
Love that Scream 4 Kirby callback right there.
An extra edamame, please. Thank you. I'll be there in 10 minutes.
I remember the theater when she says, I'll be there in 10 minutes. Somebody in the theater yells out, no the f you won't. And the whole theater started laughing.
That you, Tiger?
Now, you know my ass. A, being the sheriff. B, living in Woodsboro. I would have had a fucking gun under all the counters in every single drawer, in every single room.
What's for dinner?
Sushi. I was just leaving to pick it up.
Oh, wait, why don't you just post me to?
Oh, it gets all smushy by the time it's here.
Dylan Minnette can get it too.
Love you.
Love you.
Lock the door.
I will.
Didn't she just get done chugging a glass of wine and she chooses to drive? But also, she's the sheriff and there's like an active murder spree going on and it's the middle of day. Why is she not working?
Hello, Sheriff Judy. What's your favorite scary movie?
I prefer animated films and musicals.
She's such a fucking dork. Also, I'm very curious as to why in this movie, when the way that he says the characters' names when he's talking to them.
This isn't Amber. Hello, Samantha. Hello, Sheriff Judy.
I'm coming!
Bitch, I was shook. He fucked her up.
It was really bad for her.
It's a pretty cool set piece, though. Look how sad that is. He's literally setting the table for two, having zero idea that his mother was just used as a pincushion on the front porch. I also love the multiple fake outs with you thinking that he's gonna be behind one of the doors, and they do it multiple times. Alas, nobody ate those lemon squares.
Because they're dead.
And it comes out the other side. Practical effect work, amazing.
Oh my god, you're you.
Courtney Cox, she's a bad bitch, that one.
Ow! Tell me the killer's back in a text?
Ow, that hurts.
Good!
You were on the air.
How do you know?
This whole scene destroys me.
Why aren't you in uniform?
Retired.
Since when?
Since they asked me to.
Dewey.
You are a lot of things, Dewey, but you are not a coward.
Y'all need to stop. Oh my god. 6 times and I'm still getting all weepy-eyed. Dewey and Gail forever. Nick and Dewey forever.
Because I'll be there for him with open arms.
and open legs.
The door's locked.
Yeah, we should check the door. Joey and Pacey check the front door. Jen, you and...
Hey, who was that on the screen? It was
Roman Bridger, director. And brother.
Hello?
So she was moved up to a private floor. Where is the rest of the staff that would need to be there to attend to her as she was just stabbed? And the fact that the killer showed back up in the hospital proves that she's not safe. Also, don't like private floors require like badge access? I do love that touch though, with showing that her injuries are actually affecting her, with the hand bleeding.
Ow! Ow! God damn it!
Hit him again.
Look out!
See, that's another clue. The arm slash.
A fucking game.
Love that. Love that.
Why are you doing this?
You wanna know why, Sam? Maybe it's because you're a selfish bitch.
Were they expecting Sam to show up here? Because, like, if Sam had not showed up, had not been clued in, then would he have killed Tara? I don't get that part. No, nope, nope.
Not today.
Now watch Richie's face when Dewey shoots Ghostface. That is a look of like, you just killed my underage girlfriend.
You have to shoot them in the head, or they always come back.
Who gives a fuck?
I do.
No, do it!
First stupid decision. I get that that was a callback to Scream 3. Charlie was not shot in the head. Jill was not shot in the head. Mickey was not shot in the head. Stu was not shot in the head. And like, while I think this sequence is cool, what was the purpose of Dewey walking up to stand 1 foot in front of him? He couldn't have shot Amber from like 10 feet away? And what if Gail didn't call the phone?
Yes, today.
I don't give a. Do I look like I got? Because I don't. I can't believe he did this.
It's an honor.
Well, rest in peace, Dwight Riley. It was sad, it was a cool sequence, but it was about time. And then David, if you're out there and you're listening and you need a shoulder to cry on, shoot me a DM. Oh, this was heartbreaking. I know that the fans would have been like, about it, but I kind of think like from a creative standpoint, I think I would have killed Gail.
Let's get him.
As much as I like Gail, she is one of the biggest contributing factors to allowing this shit to continue happening over the years, because she continues to make movies and write books about it. And then Dewey, like the way that that would have affected Dewey's character, we could have really seen him like, go down a new path and gotten more from the character that we haven't gotten before. But that wasn't chosen, and I'm still fine with this.
I came as soon as I heard. Oh, I'm so sorry.
You just know Sydney's ass was bawling on the plane ride over.
You're so high right now.
I'm so high right now. I'm not even gonna lie.
I know this is like a really weird detail, but like Melissa Barrera's like smile warms my heart.
You're Billy's daughter.
Yeah, I'm his daughter.
I've been through this a lot.
So has anyone ever actually like held a cross to like Neve Campbell, or like thrown some holy water on her to confirm that she is in fact not a vampire? A homegirl does not age.
You want me to help you and the host of a morning show commit murder?
Yes.
Yes.
That's my boyfriend, Richie.
Nice to meet. We met. Sam, please get in the car so we never have to see these people ever again.
Richie's too much for me.
Honestly, Sid, who gives a shit? You said it yourself. He's gonna go after her.
I put a tracker on her car.
You did what?
Seemed like something Gail Weathers would do.
Love that, love that. That felt like it was like an exchange right out of the like first 3 movies.
Where is it?
Where's what?
On my inhaler. I usually keep an extra one.
Do you think you could hold out till Modesto?
I don't think so.
Girl, you held out through multiple f***ing serial killer attacks. I think you're fine to hold out to Modesto. Okay, so like, first of all, I love that we finally got to see what was behind this door, but I'm very curious why this basement was chosen versus just having her go into the garage where Tatum went. And then I think back to the first film when Stu goes to get Neil and he's like,
Hold on a sec. I'll be right back.
he full-on backward walks off screen into the thing. But like when Amber just went down there, the stairs started right where the door opened. So wouldn't have Stu ate shit and fell down the stairs?
Good catch.
Maybe this is because I was an absolute f***ing loser in high school and had zero friends. I've never been like this intimate with a person in public. Not that I'm opposed, cause like...
Or you can all watch. I don't give a shit.
But like, I don't know. Y'all are some brave souls.
If I hadn't written that book about your mother, none of this would have happened. I started all of this. No, you didn't. Billy Loomis started this.
Gail is also responsible.
We're just gonna sit here and watch a movie about our uncle getting stabbed?
It calms me down, okay? I'm also gonna smoke some weed and possibly hook up with Francis.
I'm gonna say gay right.
Gay rights.
Said yeah!
Liv? Yeah.
I feel like this is probably my least favorite set piece of the movie because it's on a soundstage and it doesn't look real. Like even the plants and stuff look fake. I find it odd that he chose to hide behind that versus like going around to the back of the house that he was in front of. Run, you beautiful man, you run. Mason Gooding gives a really good performance, though. I've always liked Mason Gooding. And yeah, the whole thing with, like, him getting stabbed so many times, I feel like he's supposed to be set up as, like, the new Dewey trope, where, like, oh my god, they just keep surviving despite how much damage they receive. And I feel like I would be fine with that if that same sort of logic didn't seem spread across all of the other attacks in this movie.
I need my spare inhaler. It's in my room.
All right, everyone, thanks for coming, but the party's over.
I get why Amber and Richie needed to clear the party for their final scene or whatever, or their ending. But I feel like this sort of makes Sam and Tara look a little stupid, because if they were just arriving so she could walk into her bedroom and grab the inhaler, why would they not question the fact that they're randomly stopping this party for no reason? They don't give any reason as to why they do that.
Do you want to come with me?
No, but you were right to ask.
I'll be right back.
Well, he's dead.
I f***ing love that exchange. I love that exchange.
Liv, where's my brother?
Probably off accusing everyone of being the killer.
He actually went looking for you.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Just revising my suspect list.
Like, again, what I was talking about earlier, she just goes back to her movie after she literally just deduced that her brother was now missing.
Oh, shit. How far are we? Too far. Damn it.
How the f*** did Sydney A have Sam's phone number and B have it memorized to the point where she could just freely type it in?
You're in Stu Mocker's house where your dad and Stu killed everyone. Someone planned to get you there. You need to get the fuck out, Sam.
Ooh, I love this shot right here, though. Although it should not have been in the trailer.
Shut when you think about it.
Baby, look behind you.
Oh, Randy, look behind.
Now, I love this scene, and I love the meta nature of it, but, like, look at the Ghostface costume in Stab. I don't understand why they opted to make Stab look like a cheap B-movie, especially since we literally see the Ghostface costume in the opening scene of Stab with Heather Graham, and it's the same costume, so I don't understand why they, like, tried to make it look like B-movie direct-to-video version. Wasn't that the same light stick candlestick thing that Chad grabbed when he went outside?
I'm not the fucking killer.
I know.
Shook, beyond shook in that theater, y'all.
Oh my god, Tara!
Wait, no, Sam. She has a gun. She has a gun. There are always two killers.
There's not always two killers. There was only one killer in Scream 3.
Someone's trying to ruin my movie. Someone wants to kill my movie.
I love this.
What do you think? Trap.
Fuck it.
Although I do have to question the fact how Amber was able to, with one shot, hit Gale in the stomach, but Sydney, who has been through this multiple times over the course of 25 years, somehow can't seem to hit the broadside of a barn. Cue Sydney's theme. Yes.
Anyone hiding, killer or not, you have 5 seconds to show yourself.
Look, Sydney ain't fucking around. She's like, I don't care if you're Sam or Tara hiding. If you don't fucking show yourself, I'm gonna shoot you.
Hello, Sydney.
Hello there. Where'd you go?
Oh, this isn't Amber. I'm the other one.
I love this phone call.
You might actually be the most derivative one of all. I mean, Christ, the same house.
Maybe so.
Drag those bitches.
Holy shit, it's Ghostface!
I would have liked a little bit more of like an interaction with her and Ghostface. Because he pops out and she immediately tosses his ass over the stairs. Maybe like something similar to like what happened in Scream 4. Just of that length, I would say.
Thank God you're okay.
Here's that thing I'm talking about. Like that knife is all the way inside her fucking body.
This isn't a fucking movie.
No, but it will be.
This isn't a fucking movie.
It will be.
Kill us both, Spock.
They're kind of the same now.
Because nobody takes the true fans seriously. They just laugh at us. And why? Because we love something? How can fandom be toxic?
I like his motive. I think it's very topical, but it doesn't feel forced. I feel like it made sense because it's like if the first talked about horror films, and the second film talked about sequels, and the third was about trilogies, and the fourth one was about remakes, there's really like, yeah, the requel thing makes sense, but it's like you have to be able to draw on something in order to warrant the film. So I thought they did a good job with that. But to be fair, I don't think that the killer needs a motive.
But the illegitimate daughter of the original mastermind? No, that's a fucking villain.
Yeah, like looking at this scene, knowing that it was Amber that killed it, no. We have to get away from this thing where we start casting 5'2" actors to play a killer whom in costume is well over 6 feet tall.
You really should have listened to Dewey. He nailed it in one. Dude, look at the love interest. Are you fucking stupid?
Yeah, y'all should have listened to Dewey.
I can't find her!
Good, whack that bitch. How the f is Tara still alive? How is she up and walking around?
I don't know, it was the message board. I was radicalized
By movie fans.
Yes, they're so mad. Please, it's not my fault. I'm just a dumb kid.
Mikey Madison gives a really good performance.
You killed my best friend.
Yeah, and you died like a pussy.
Whoopin'! Time to pass the torch.
It's all yours, bitch.
Whoop-bam!
F her up. I love this.
Fuck you. Enjoy that torch.
So here's another thing that I kind of have an issue with. Sydney, Gale, and Amber somehow don't seem to hear anything that's happening with Richie and Sam, even after they fall down the stairs and are directly in the room next to them. They come down the stairs and Richie's like, my ending, and gives his, like, you know, best impression of Mark Hamill as the Joker. Where the f were Gale and Sydney? So you're telling me that they were just like chilling in the kitchen and hearing all of this commotion and then just chose to walk out after she stabbed him 47 million times?
I'm introducing a new rule.
What would that be, huh? Well,
I love the laugh right now.
Never fuck with the daughter of a serial killer.
She goes ham on him. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
2 hours later.
Now, I get that, like, the whole wiping of the blade clean, I get that was supposed to be a callback to the original, but how would she have known that the killer does that? Also, the character that we see doing that in the original film, which is what this is a callback to, wasn't Billy. That was Stu.
I still prefer the Babadook.
I have to laugh.
How are you doing? Ask me in a few days.
She just lost her man.
Am I gonna be okay? Eventually.
Unless you turn out to be a killer, which I would prefer.
Tonight, a new chapter came to a close. Police do not have a lot of information right now.
What's the matter?
We made it.
All right, y'all, so that was Scream 5. So I pretty much said everything that I needed to say. I would say in closing, not that Radio Silence is ever going to watch this video, but what I need from this next film, what I truly hope is present, is lose the fascination with the original 1996 murder spree. Move on and do something fresh. There are no chase scenes in this movie. That hospital scene, him walking behind her at a snail's pace as she's just trying to crawl away, that's not a chase scene. Let's switch up the formula a little bit. And what I mean by that is, like, let's have a killer get killed halfway through the movie. Or let's have a killer get unmasked and actually arrested. Like, you don't need to always kill the killers. Since there seems to be this completely ridiculous idea that Stu Macher is alive. Okay, he's not fucking alive. There's no fucking way. But the idea of having a previous killer in prison, like orchestrating future attacks, like Manson style, that's a really cool concept. Maybe in Scream 6, you have one of the killers actually get caught and arrested. Scream 7, you find out that they were orchestrating the whole thing. Let's have an opening scene, again, that does not revolve around a girl at home alone getting a phone call. This film feels like a good bridge of respecting the past, and now it's time to move to the future. If they just keep rehashing shit that has already been done in the franchise and keeps trying to pay homage and reference and circle jerk the original movie, you're writing yourself into a corner and you're making it become stale. So I don't feel like it was stale with this movie, but I feel like moving forward, if we're just constantly getting, let's go back to Woodsboro. Forget Woodsboro, move the f on. This film feels like a solid entry, a welcome entry, and a starting point. But I don't want to just continue being at that starting point, if that makes sense. Let me know what you guys thought about this movie down in the comments, and I will see you for the next one.